Hey everybody, I'm Matt Olick and I'm here to talk about today how to set up the Facebook pixel with Kickstarter. Now, I know I've covered this topic a number of times in the past, but there's been a critical update that's happened in the last 8 months, I'm sorry, and we need to make corrections on the past video. So, what we're going to cover today in today's video, just like the last video, is how to create your Facebook business account, the business page, the ad account, the pixel, and then we're going to apply the pixel to Kickstarter and finally use the event setup tool to set up lead events on various buttons, which is going to allow the Facebook algorithm to optimize towards lead events, or in this case, Kickstarter followers. So let's dive right into it. The first thing we need to do is go to business.facebook.com/create. And this is going to allow you to create a Facebook business. Now you're going to see on my screen here that says you reached the limit. And so this create business button is grayed out. Now, if it's your first one, you'll probably look like this, where it looks on my old video. It says, create account over here. It may be different now. I just can't access this screen anymore because Facebook changed the way it works. So anyway, once you create that business and named it, you're going to want to then access the settings. And so what we're going to do there is we're going to go business.facebook.com/settings. And then you're probably going to get into this thing that I was just looking at. You're going to scroll down, find your business, click into it. And then now once you're in your business settings, and if you don't see what I'm seeing here, you got to go to left pop out menu here and go down to settings, the gear icon here on the bottom right. Then, so now that you're here, you're going to go under accounts, and then let's start off with the business page. So we go pages, and then if you don't have one already, or if you do and it's not tied to the business account, you got to press this blue add button in the top right corner, and then either add an existing Facebook page or create a new Facebook business page. Now, once you've done that, we want to go down to add accounts on the left menu again over here. And you're going to do the same thing. You're going to press the blue add button on the top right, and then create new ad account. That's most likely what you're going to want to do. So once you've done that, it'll probably ask for you to, do the info and everything like that. And then in the payment details. Now, once you've done that, you're going to go down to data sources here on this left menu again, and then go to day sets and pixels. Once again, press the blue add button in the top right corner, and you're going to uncheck this box and name it, say your project name. In this case, we're working with Porcus, and so we're going to call it Porcus Pixel. As for this drop-down menu, you're not going to need to change anything there. So then you just press create. Now, one final thing is you're going to want to connect the pixel to the ad account. You got to think of all these different things as like Lego blocks. Like there's a pixel ad account, the page, this and that, and they connect in different ways. So you got to connect them. So it's going to probably ask you to connect it when you create these things. But in case it didn't, or for whatever reason you need to go and manually do it, go connected assets right here, and then press connect assets over there. And then you're going to press this, and then you look into the ad account. I believe theirs is three-headed meeple right here. So I checkbox that, press add. That's all you need to do there. One final thing while you're on this screen, by the way. Now that we have all our stuff set up, the page, ad account, pixel, you're probably going to want to set up your business info here at the very top. This will prevent you from any hang-ups, when you're running your ads and you get like limited daily spend or whatever. It's going to help lift those restrictions and any kind of hang-ups later on faster. So now, once you get everything connected, we're going to go over to, I'm sorry. You're going to want to grab this ID here. So for instance, with Porcus or whatever, let's click into this one. Oh, that is Porcus. So you grab this ID right here, just the numbers. You're going to copy that to the clipboard, and then you're going to go over into your Kickstarter project. All right, so you're probably familiar with this screen. Once you get your project approved by Kickstarter, you're going to want to scroll down to the bottom, and you're going to find this new promotion tab that you now have access to. You click into that, you'll see, the project URL and stuff, etc., etc. You're going to want to activate it first, so you're going to need to publish your pre-launch page. And then once you have the pre-launch page published, insert the pixel ID right here. So you would now you see it's grayed out for me. That's because only creators can access this. I'm a collaborator, and so the creators got to do it. But what you would do is you just paste in the pixel ID we pulled from Business Suite over here, and then drop it right in, and then save it. Oop. Oh, where was that? Oh, well, anyway, I lost the hook into that. But yes, you paste the pixel into there. Now, the next step that we need to do is you're going to need to add the events to the Kickstarter page. So you would go back into your ads manager. You could go to adsmanager.facebook.com like you see here, and it'll probably drop you into account overview. Now, campaigns is probably the tab you're most familiar with on the left pop-out menu with all these columns and all your ad stuff. But where we want to go is into the events manager. So I'm going to open that up in a new tab. Let's hop over there. And then you're going to see data sets on the left. Click into data sets. You're going to select your pixel. And then I need you to go up to the top settings tab here. Click into that, scroll down. You'll see automatic website matching. Turn this on. Next step, track events automatically without code. Turn that on. That's going to turn on the event setup tool. So then you press this open event setup tool button, and then you're going to paste in the page URL. So I'm going to copy the URL address from the very top here, and then go back over here, paste it in, and it's going to boot up the pre-launch page. Keep in mind, like I said, you gotta have it published first, your pre-launch page. Otherwise, it won't work. It won't exist. So you're gonna see here that I already have these events added, and so it's gonna kick out an error. Now let me show you the error because this can sometimes confuse people. You only need to do this once per pixel, by the way, not per project. So once you do it once, for the pixel, you don't have to do it again. You can use it between multiple projects. Anyway, so we're gonna do some little tricky stuff here. I'm gonna right click any of these buttons along the top. And I'm gonna press inspect. This should work whether you're on Chrome or Safari, whatever. But now you're gonna bring up the code of the website itself. And what we wanna do is hijack this button and rename it. There's two buttons we wanna target here. The notify me on launch button will already fire an event, but there's a lot of different ways people can follow your project. It's not just that. And unfortunately on Kickstarter, like they only cover this button by default natively. The Kickstarter engineering team decided that. And the reason why is because those people who do that pathway have the highest conversion rate of all the other types. But another one that has a really high conversion rate and is very worthwhile, and it will help your ads optimize better because it's going to give you your ad algorithm more data to work with, is the open button. Now, the open button only appears on mobile phones, and so we need to insert an open button. Now, when I press track new button, it's going to highlight in blue boxes all the buttons on the page. You press this, the open button, and then you're going to set up the event. Choose a lead event, and then confirm. Unable to set up event. Why? Because it's already applied. So what I'm going to do to fix that is I'm going to refresh the page and get out of that error. There we go. Okay, so now the event setups tool is back. Now, let's remove that event real quick. Or let's remove the remind me. So let's cover the remind me button next. So I'm going to right click, inspect then do remind me. Now, the remind me button only appears during live campaign. Might as well set it up now so you don't have to worry about it later. But this will also fire lead event when they become a live campaign follower. They press the remind me button. So press confirm. Boom, it's done. You can now see here under all events, it's back again. So I press finish setup. Once I have the open button and remind me button tied in, um, and that's all I need to do. Now, if you are on outside the USA, you're probably not going to see that pop-up show up for the event subtool. You'll be wondering, Matt, I can't see the pop-up for the event subtool. Where is it? Nothing's working. And the problem is that I believe it deals with GDPR laws or whatever, but Facebook basically blocks the tool from showing up so that you can't set it up. So you're probably going to either have to find a partner in the United States to do it for you, and I got plenty to recommend in my community, etc. But another way is you could technically use a VPN. Now, you got to check with a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer myself, so I don't know what the issue is. But you're probably going to want to check with a lawyer to see, if you have the rights to do it or whatever. But regardless, if you proceed at your own risk, you can use a VPN to do the same thing. There should be a guide in the comments below where you can read from my community on how they did it. Now that we're done here, everything's set up and good to go. And you would set up your Facebook ads, which you can see in the next video. I hope you learned something. If you have any other questions, please add them in the comments below. I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. And once again, we have the Pre-Launch Club Discord community where you're welcome to join. And we have a Q&A Tuesday event every week at 3 p.m. New York time. Basically, it's free to attend. And everybody gets 10 to 15 minutes to ask a question. We bring you up on stage. You can screen share, ask, strategy questions. We can look at your ad assets, help you analyze your ad results, basically anything about that. I also do Steam, Ecom, Amazon, Etsy. I have a lot of experience with all these different things, and I'm happy to help. Well, like I said, I hope you learned something today, and I wish you a wonderful day. Cheers. Take care.